What are you looking at, butthead?
Welcome to 91 Reasons, a pop culture-fueled rocket into the far reaches of nerd culture. Featuring your hosts, Jeff, Rachel, Luna, Austin, and Josie. It's Tucker time.
Oh, shoot! I didn't know we were doing that with the malls. Oh, it's gonna be a long episode then.
Why is it gonna be a long episode?
Because of my Frankenstein thing.
Oh, well, you got your Frankenstein thing. What is it? What is the Frankenstein thing?
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay, so I had to write an essay about Frankenstein. And you know, these essays are normally cheap. I write them in like an hour, I phone it in, I sound professional, not really, and then I get an A+, because that's what I do, right? But with this essay, my teacher said, this will be the last high school essay you ever write. And that just kind of sunk in, like, this is it. This is the ending. I have to really knock this out of the park. The other thing is that normally I skim these books. Don't tell my teachers. I don't actually read the books they assign us.
Your teachers listen to this show.
My speech teacher does. She might be listening. But you know, okay, I don't spark notes it. I like skim and I completely understand the book. I don't Wikipedia either because I don't trust that. I just skim the book and I completely understand.
You're normally on Wikipedia.
Oh my god, the Star Wars wiki. But with Frankenstein, I actually read this thing front to cover and thought it was really good. Like, man,
the front is the cover.
This thing was written in, what, 1817 was it? I believe so. It's pretty freaking good for 1817. It definitely... Oh, you know what? Let me read the essay.
Oh,
so it's loading
God.
right now. My school computer's kind of slow, but in like 7 days I never have to look at it again, so I'm very happy about that.
Uh-huh. What's it feel like graduating?
Good. Very good. I'm an adult now, and it feels great.
Uh-huh.
But I do definitely feel different. I feel like I'm ready for the adult. Because, like...
Move that mic a little closer to you.
Okay. I've driven cars. I wore a suit the other night. Adults wear suits.
He races cars, he fondles women, but he is his own boss and he makes his own hours.
We're having a technical problem here, so let me try this again.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Is it something abnormal?
My computer's attempting to lock me out of it because I know I'm not at school. So let me try and get through real quick. This is what I call hacking.
I'm sure this is riveting for the listeners.
I know it is. I
Well, I could talk if you want.
guys
You want to
talk.
ask me
I got
something?
this loading.
I'm eating these amazing Mother's double fudge cookies. So they're so good. I recommend them. They're at Stater Brothers this week. 4 for $1.99. 4 bags.
Why does it say new
$1.99.
shape? They don't feel any. They don't look any different.
Okay. Who's ready for
I
Frankenstein?
don't really know about that either. How are those a new shape? Haven't they always been that long square one?
No, they were squatter. They
Squatter?
were thin.
Fatter.
They were, yeah.
Shorter?
So how many people out here are familiar with Frankenstein? Not the 1932 film, the original novel. Very different plot. It's more about the doctor than the monster. The monster's barely in it.
Yeah, I'm a Frankenstein fan. Like, he's all over my house. But I've never read the book Frankenstein.
Frankenstein's nowhere in your house.
So basically what happens
What are you talking
is...
about?
There's nothing. Is there any Frankenstein over there?
There is not.
Well,
No.
what's that right there?
That's the monster.
So a
What's
man...
Frankenstein?
A man
The
named
doctor's
Frankenstein
name is Frankenstein.
makes a monster. And the monster...
But doesn't he name him Frankenstein?
Nope. It's just called
No.
the monster.
Then why is he referred to as Frankenstein on everything you see?
It's Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
Because when a book is 200 years old, people tend to forget and not read this book. And a lot of movies muddy
It becomes
it.
Am I
shorthand.
crazy? Everybody just says Frankenstein.
Yeah, no,
See
we know
that
exactly what you
monster.
mean, but technically, the monster's name is not
Okay,
Frankenstein.
well, to know that, you probably had to have read the book, right? Again, I have not read the book Frankenstein.
And the movies are not faithful to the book.
I don't think I've seen them either. I just like that he's green and a monster.
There you
That's
go.
why I like him.
So in the novel Frankenstein is a depressed, lonely college student who has no friends and no life.
He's a college student?
He's a college student.
Does he go to
and
Fullerton?
His college project is the monster. He goes and he steals people's body parts from the grave and he builds a monster.
Well, it sounds like a good story.
It is good.
Oh my
And
God.
he makes it, but instead of turning into his teacher, he flips out because he sort of realizes what he's done. When the monster walks towards him, he flips, because now all of a sudden he realized, oh man, I dug up all these body parts and made a monster.
Ooh, we should try that.
Well, don't they get the wrong brain? Isn't that the plot?
No, that is not.
That's
what
just
he
young
made for the movie.
Frankenstein?
The monster's very smart and very intelligent. He's not wrong brain.
Oh.
That's all made up for the movie.
He seems dumb in everything I've seen, too.
So Frankenstein runs away to join his family, and for months he lives with his family in depression, never mentioning that he built the monster. And the monster runs off on its own, and it learns. It learns how to read, speak, and it learns how to kill. And slowly, the monster starts killing all of Frankenstein's family. He snaps the neck of Frankenstein's younger brother, and he frames Frankenstein's daughter for the murder, and the daughter gets hung because they think he killed the brother. And throughout the book, everybody Frankenstein knows is killed by the monster.
Well, this is just a very morbid story.
It is. It is a horror story. It is a horror tale. It is terrifying.
Is it the birth of modern-day horror?
Yes.
Yeah.
And let's go right into the essay with that. A horrific and gruesome tale, Frankenstein, written by Mary Shelley, kick-started a genre of horror, a series of gruesome classic monster tales that lasted generations. However, as time passes, more research and understanding of mental health and human behavior can be applied to these classic stories, giving the reader a better understanding of the story's characters, motivations, and humanity. On its surface, Mary Shelley's tale encapsulates the horrific outcome of Victor Frankenstein's life, as his own creation, a brutal monster constructed of the dead, slowly tears Victor's humanity to shreds by whipping away every friend and family member he knows. But Frankenstein isn't a horror novel, nor a monster tale, or a cheap Halloween thrill. Frankenstein is a tragedy. And inside the shell of Frankenstein lies a darker reality, one where Victor Frankenstein is the only monster behind its horrors. Opening up the novel, the reader is presented with a slow crawl to the first gruesome murder. Before the wild ride of Victor Frankenstein begins with a downhill ascent, the slow crawl of the coaster seemingly begins, as a life of mundane studies, philosophy learning, and general college life take the place of this crawl. However, from this very point, Victor has already subjected himself to the drop of that coaster. The wild ride has already begun. As in Shelley's words of the novel, we know of Victor's departure from his home to the newfound college, hearing from Victor himself that, and I quote the novel, I, who had ever been surrounded by amiable companions, continually engaged in devouring to bestow mutual pleasure, was now alone. In this university, whither I was going, I must form my own friends and be my own protector. My life hitherto had been remarkably scheduled and domestic, and this had given me repugnance to new countenances. I loved my brothers, Elizabeth and Cloville. These were old familiar faces, but I believed myself totally unfitted for the company of strangers. Shelley, page 55. From here, it's told that Victor possesses an unwillingness to befriend strangers in college. This small detail already paints a grim, dark future for Victor's adult life and gives light to his loneliness. In an article posted on The National, a modern UK journalism site, writer Justin Thomas provides insight into loneliness and the human mind in his article, Loneliness is a Growing Social Problem. We Must Tackle This Major Public Health Concern, stating that university students who feel like they don't fit in, spending days in relative isolation with nothing but college deadlines and digital services for companionship and support. While Victor Frankenstein has no such access to digital services, he does have a great sense of isolation in his college life, painting a troubled image for his mental health going forward. Victor experiences great success in college, excelling in his studies and creating his own masterpiece, a creature constructed of previously dead human remains, seized by life once more. However, this creation backfires when it terrifies Victor and forces him to flee, leaving the monster to flee and get his sister Justine to get accused of murder and then murdered herself. Victor, in shock from the situation that has unfolded, tells that, and I quote the novel, now all was blasted, instead of that serenity of conscience which allowed me to look back upon the past with self-satisfaction, and from thence to gather promise of new hopes, I was seized by remorse and a sense of guilt. Shelley, page 151. Due to the situation Victor had been handed, he can't cope with his emotions. He is a failure to connect with people around him and discuss the problem properly. Although he returns to his family during the death, he simply refuses to talk with them and remains isolated in his own grief. Looking back on Justin Thomas's article, he writes that even surrounded by family and death, though, we can experience loneliness. Victor may be with family, but but his own personal mental isolation will hold him back. Thomas continues, writing that it's not necessarily physical presence that counts, but an actual psychological sense of connection, a sense of being, understood and attended to, and the ability and opportunity to reciprocate. Victor is shrouded by the guilt he feels for Justine dying at the mercy of his monstrous creation, admitting that he is responsible for the murder of her. While family may surround him, there is a distinct disconnect between him and his remaining family members. He is left alone to his own crime that only he knows he committed. Victor's madness escalates as his creature begins to bring more terror upon the world of Shelley's novel, killing more innocent family members of the Frankenstein family. By this point in the novel, Victor hasn't taken any action towards the monster or to his family, instead remaining locked up and tight-lipped. He thinks to himself that, at one time, I considered whether or not I consider myself guilty and suffer the penalty of the law, less innocent than poor Justine had been. Such were my thoughts, when the door of my apartment was opened, and Mr. Corwin entered. Shelley, page 333. Victor then speaks with Corwin, ignoring this one reflection on Justine's murder and moving forward without any proper discussion with his family. The dilemma that Victor faces is that he knows he's guilty, at least to his family, and he never comes clean. He never mentions the monster to his family members, or any of the guilt he is hiding within. This is Victor's flaw, and what makes him the true monster. He keeps himself closed in. One more look at Thomas's article gives insight into the downfall of Victor, writing that people who enjoy better social relationships and a stronger sense of social connection tend to be less prone to depression, recover quicker from depressive episodes, and less likely to relapse. Victor doesn't have this sense of a social life, instead opting to remain isolated, and thus allowing himself to relapse in his own monstrous depression that only leads to more murder and tragedy. It can be argued that regardless of Victor's depression, the true culprit of the novel Frankenstein is none other than the monster. After all, it was the very hands of the creature that killed Justine, Clovel, and all of Victor's kin. The creature lets his fury loose when he states that, "Remember that I have power. You believed yourself miserable, but I can make you so wretched that the light of day will be hateful to you." Shelley, page 313. This line exposes the true villainous intentions of the monster. However, this creature was crafted with only compassion and care in mind, and from lacking that, the creature becomes a monster as a direct result of Victor's loneliness and refusal to interact with the being. The monster, upon greeting Victor after months of rejection and isolation, tells that, "Believe me, Frankenstein, I was benevolent. My soul glowed with love and humanity, but I am not alone, miserably alone. You, my creator, abhor me. What hope can I gather from your fellow creatures who owe me nothing? They spawn and hate me." Shelley, page 171. Loneliness was within the monster too, but only as a result of Victor's own self-isolation. Had Victor spoke with the monster at least once, that spark of love and humanity could have saved all the lives of the people that were murdered at the hands of the creature. By waking up to a rejection of humanity, the monster was corrupted from the very start, only as a conclusion to Victor's fear and sadness that made him run from the monster and to never greet him. Victor is the only real monster, because he let fear, instinct, and a lonely mind drive him to the ends of the earth where he felt he would never have to look back at the creation he was responsible for. The horror genre of today wouldn't exist without the birth of Mark Shelley's Frankenstein. A general consensus lies that Frankenstein is a book about a man named Victor who is continually haunted by a monster that seeks to destroy everything he loves. However, the only true monster of the book is Victor himself, and with the aid of modern psychology, Victor's psyche can be analyzed and can be seen as a possible drive for this character's peculiar actions. Fear, depression, and an antisocial mind all persuaded him from keeping contact to the monster and to his family about the monster to a minimum, and by taking no action, everything he loved and knew was taken away from him. Frankenstein isn't about the downfall of a monster that is let loose to haunt the world. It's about the downfall of a man who can't control his emotions and social issues, and ultimately falls to his own fear and self-rejection. And that is called Frankenstein, Lonely and Guilty. What do you think?
That was good.
Thank you. I needed to practice on public speaking.
What did you get on that? Did you get a grade on that?
Believe it or not, I was actually graded rather poorly on it.
Really?
Despite the fact that the teacher said that I had style and flair and the best writing of the entire class, I formatted it wrong on the computer, so I was knocked down to a B. because I
You
formatted
gotta
it wrong.
be.
Yep.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, I worked really hard to format it right, but the computer would not cooperate with me. And because of my failure to work with the computer, I did not get the top grade.
So your downfall was technology.
Yes, it was.
Much like Frankenstein.
But he did tell me that my writing is above all the classmates significantly. And even though I did not do well in this essay, I have the highest grade in my class. I have an overall A+, a 107%.
Yay!
So, how about that?
Last day didn't hurt.
And over half my class has an F, and over half my class didn't even write this essay.
Wow.
So the fact that I even turned it in is kind of what saved me.
Yeah.
Now, I am in the early process of creating a speech. This is my real final project for the year. We have to write a speech about something we're passionate about and give it in front of the class on a podium. Our teacher has.
Right.
So he actually has a really nice podium.
I'm Austin Tucker.
So I'm
and
going
this
to
is
ask
my ode to chicken strips.
you listeners right now. I'm going to work hard to make this a good speech. Do you want me to videotape me giving it with my phone in class and post it on the 91 Reasons channel?
Oh, why not?
Because I can bring my tripod and I can set up my phone.
Uh-huh.
I'm probably going to wear my suit to class.
What's going to be the topic of this speech?
I was thinking about that.
Chicken strips?
I thought
video
about,
games?
I thought about writing how journalism helped me throughout the year, but I already kind of gave that speech.
Right.
Quidditch?
So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how my daily drawing journal kind of changed my life and set my career. Because if I hadn't started sketching on all my math worksheets in freshman year...
Are you going to explain why you started sketching and the problems you were having?
Yeah, it's going to be a serious speech. Oh, yeah. I'm going to talk all about my middle school troubles. I'll talk about how I was thrown out of my high school because I wore a t-shirt with the Zodiac on it. I'm going to talk about my stressful freshman year and how drawing really took me to new places. It's going to be great.
Okay.
And I'm going to make it funny and make a mockery
More to come.
of my old high school.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
If Frankenstein is the dude and not the monster.
Yes, he is the doctor from the Frankenstein family.
Okay, so later when they do all these movies and stuff, and there's a bride of Frankenstein, is she actually the bride of Victor or is she bride of Frankenstein?
Believe it or
Because all
not,
the little pictures and cartoons is
it
always
is the,
those two kids.
It is, even though it is called... Let me explain. It is the bride of Frankenstein. The bride created by Frankenstein. For the monster. Of Frankenstein. By
So
Frankenstein.
she's not the bride of Frankenstein either, you're saying?
Technically,
Not her name.
yes. Because at the end of the novel, the monster says, I'm so ugly and nobody wants me. So you have to make me a wife as ugly as possible so I can be with her. Now, believe it or not, in the original Frankenstein novel, do you want to know the ending of Frankenstein? He builds the bride of Frankenstein. But before he brings her to life with lightning, he burns her to death in front of the monster.
Why? What does that do?
Because he wants to make the monster feel pain. He wants the monster to suffer like he did. So he builds the bride for the monster and burns her in front of him.
I don't know about this.
And then Frankenstein dies, ironically, of old age and natural consequences after all he's been through. And because the monster has no father anymore, and it's important to remember that the monster sees Frankenstein as God. He calls the doctor God. He says, "You're my God." So when he watches God burn his wife, Frankenstein he's in an inn, staying in a hotel. He opens up the window and he just jumps out and dies.
That's how Frankenstein died?
The monster, sorry.
Or the monster,
Yeah,
I mean?
the monster is at a hotel, staying in an
Call him
inn.
Frankenstein.
He opens up the window and he just jumps out and falls to a million pieces.
Okay, interesting.
Good weed. It's good weed. If you can get that Barnes & Noble hardcover edition, it's all fancy and nice, I think you'd really like it.
Well, it's just easier for the 1931 film Frankenstein, and you see the monster, for people to just go, oh, Frankenstein, the monster.
And we watched the movie in English class. It's goofy. I mean, Igor was entirely made up for the movie for comic relief. Mm-hmm. It's got the whole long braid thing, and they have goofy action scenes with the monster. The monster's always like, ugh, fire, ugh, and he walks with his hands out. Well, in the novel, the monster's like sipping tea and going, I'm going to kill everybody you know behind your back. He's like a James Bond villain.
Now, they've made that version.
What is it called?
Not Bram Stoker's. It's called Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Robert De Niro plays the monster.
Is it worth watching?
Well, if you're a fan of the book, yeah, because they at least attempted the book.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I didn't even mention the whole subplot where Frankenstein sells out in the Arctic. A lot of the Frankenstein
That's in the movie.
In the Arctic, like
that's
a
in the
lot
movie.
of it.
He sails off with the
Yeah.
body of the doctor at the end of the movie.
And Frankenstein meets in the Arctic. Who does he meet? His only friend in life.
Oh, he meets
Your nose
Salazar Slytherin.
No, Walton, the abandoned sailor. And because Frankenstein meets the sailor, That's the only connection of family he has, so he can die happy at the end of the novel. Even though every family member around him has been slaughtered by the monster, because he befriended this sailor in the middle of nowhere, he can die peacefully.
So is the book a rejection of, at the time, modern science, saying where we've progressed too far?
It also dips into religious themes. It's about rejection of God, too.
It's about... The whole book's about rejection of God.
I'm surprised that some of the stuff's in there, because the monster's like, God is slaughtering everything I know. There's the famous line in the movie where Frankenstein says, for so long we have looked up to God, and now I play him.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, that's controversial for even the 1932 movie. It's a good read.
The Frankenstein story has been morphed into more... He's not the most filmed literary character of all time, but it's close.
It was Alice in Wonderland?
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yeah.
There's been more Sherlock Holmes than anything else. But Frankenstein's got to be up there because you look at a movie like Weird Science, it's Frankenstein.
It is, yes.
There's a whole bunch of other different versions of Frankenstein. How about Deadly Friend? Wes Craven's Deadly Friend, where Christy Swanson gets killed, so her nerd boyfriend brings her back as a robot with her soul, BB. That's where Anne Ramsey gets killed by a basketball to the head.
Oh, by the way, I should mention this about Frankenstein, Mom. Do you know how Frankenstein was invented? No. First off, Frankenstein's written by a chick. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It was a girl who invented horror, so you used to be the queen of it.
Oh.
And what happened was, she was staying with her friends at a haunted house. They were having a party. Like, young adults go to Victorian haunted houses in the 1800s for parties. Because that's what they do, right?
That sounds fun.
And they all gathered around and they said, we're going to have a fun... Because it was a stormy, scary night in the house. And they said, whoever tells the scariest story has the most bribery in our ring of friends. So it was her that told the story of Frankenstein. And it was her husband who said, you should write this as a book. There's money here on the table. So she, with the help of her husband, wrote Frankenstein.
Oh.
How about that?
Interesting.
So Frankenstein, if you really think about it, was the start of like a D&D campaign. Just a group of friends making up dumb stories, inventing high intellectual property.
When me and my nieces were young, we loved telling scary stories. Do you guys know the one about, I want my liver back, I'm on the first step?
Yes, this is the infamous Meow Mix story, where they reveal that Meow Mix is made of humans. I want chicken, I want liver.
No.
Dinner, please deliver.
Well, maybe just our family told that story, but we told it a lot. That was like the one that got us all screaming and freaking out.
Oh my god.
Because you never know what's going to happen when he gets on that last step. He's going to kill you, I guess. I guess that's what we feared. Or someone would knock on the door or something and we'd be like, oh my god.
You little kids had great fun telling these scariest, morbid stories.
And playing a Bloody
The story
Mary,
you were
the
talking about,
Bloody
Austin, has
Bear.
actually been made into a movie.
I'm not surprised.
1986 Gothic.
Wow.
About the night Frankenstein was thought of. And we used to rent this movie to people as a horror movie, and it's not a horror movie. It's about the creation of Frankenstein, but it's not a horror movie. People bring it back so mad at us.
Did you ever hear the story about the guy that wanted his liver back? Was that something your family
Yeah, he
told?
said, I want chicken, I want liver.
I'm being
Meow
serious.
mix, please
I thought
deliver.
every family did that game.
Here's the thing.
You know, like Bloody Mary and Light as a Feather and the liver guy. That's just like my
The
childhood.
things you're talking about are from little girls' sleepovers. Little boys, we didn't play these games.
Really?
No.
What did you guys do?
We hung out, we read comics, we played D&D.
You didn't do. What did you do scary?
Why
Why do you sound scary? Why are only little girls scary?
I don't know, but little boys never had this urge to sit around and scare everybody.
Really?
The Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
We did that at Trapped, and men shrugged, and women were crying.
Oh my god, it was our childhood.
The liver thing? I don't know what you're talking about.
The liver story. And light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Yeah, that's another.
And
That's
you could
from
like
the Craft.
levitate your friend with
That's
two
from
fingers.
the Craft about girls.
What was before the Craft? Because I was doing it in the 70s.
Right, but little boys didn't do that.
That's funny to me. I find that. Do you find that odd? Why girls
I do find
would
that
do
odd.
that? Because we did this a lot. It wasn't like we went camping one time and we did that. Like there was sleepovers. There was just nights with my nieces. There, like my whole childhood. If I had to
I can't think of a single
hangout nights,
boy
they were doing
version
all those
of what you're
things.
talking about. I don't
I
think it
can't
exists.
D&D's as close as you
Was there
get.
any guys out there that did this kind of stuff? I'm just curious.
There's going to be an exception. You're going to have one friend. who
Well,
says
sure,
yes,
yeah,
right?
but for
Anyone
the
out there know the
most
liver
part,
song? See, I mean, the story about the guy that wanted his liver back.
guys went on panty raids where you go next door and steal a girl's underwear. No? Snipe hunting? Do you know snipe hunting? Do you know what snipe hunting is?
No.
See, that's a guy thing.
Egging on Halloween.
Egging, toilet
I've done
papering
all
a house.
I've done all of that. I have toilet paper and exhaust pipes of cars.
I think what you're missing is that
all.
rather than wanting to be scared, there's this desire to be the one striking fear. Like egging. Because egging strikes so much fear.
No, I did all that. My 15th birthday, me and my friend Jelena and Michelle, who are both on my Facebook. Hi, girls. We totally, for my birthday, that's what we did. We went toilet papering. I don't even know how many houses we did. And we put soap in everybody's yard. And we put toilet paper on the car's
Now,
exhaust pipes.
I have to say is you are an exception because you're obsessed with Halloween. And correct me if I'm wrong, but at a very young age, you watched some really scary movies.
My mother was into scary movies.
So you watched
like,
stuff
every
that
weekend.
a lot of girls at your age were not
Rosemary's
watching.
Baby, The
Shining,
The Shining, like all those old ones was, her thing.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, my mom and my sisters, who were a lot older than me, so they, as adults, they would go watch Poltergeist and take us. And that was a normal weekend at our house.
A normal weekend was Poltergeist.
Yes.
Yeah, probably the scariest thing I watched when I was younger was the original Alien. And that
The
was
Exorcist was huge in my house when I was little.
I had to go to
Huge.
friends' houses to watch horror movies. My mother wouldn't watch horror movies.
See, me and my nieces would be running out of the rooms because our parents would all gather and watch this stuff every weekend. And now that I look back, I remember The Exorcist being on a lot. So how?
Just
we
another
didn't
day
own
with
it,
The Exorcist on.
That's a heavy movie to put
Yeah,
on.
I know. Just grab some popcorn and watch The Exorcist again.
Yeah, we're watching the one about the
I had
demon
a
possession.
weird family, okay? But The Exorcist was a big one, and I'm like, how did they watch it so much? Was it on I don't know, Showtime?
If I had to
HBO,
take
what
a
we had
guess,
back then?
I'm gonna say that
We obviously didn't own it, right?
No, I know that The Exorcist 2 came out. It was a huge bomb.
it was probably
And it was on TV a lot trying to make its money back.
Yeah, no,
but it's a
that's too late.
terrible movie.
I would guess that it was on TV a lot.
No,
A
what
lot,
do you
a
think? That
lot.
would have been on TV that came out in the
It wouldn't
movie
have been-
theater.
No?
It wouldn't have been that scary.
I don't know why I'm so curious to how we watched
But your
it.
your dad was very into spending money, so he probably bought a VCR and the tape.
Well, this is also a very weird family because a regular movie in my household that was always on was Baby, starring Brooke Shields. So if you've all seen that one,
Which is about hookers.
you would know that is not an average 8 to 10-year-old movie you should watch with her family. But I idolized
That's
Brooke Shields
an
because of that
underage
movie.
nude Brooke
Yes.
Shields.
Yes, that was
Hey,
big in our house
I just
too.
read something today that it'll make you feel really old.
Oh no, what?
Tracy Lords turned 50 today.
Wow. Well, she still looks amazing. That's all that matters.
50.
I just want to say I have a different insight into all of this because when I think of things you watch around Halloween, I think of something totally different. I didn't really grow up with horror movies. I think of the Halloween specials. All of the classic Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon Halloween episodes. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, anyone? Scary Godmother
That's because
2.
you guys have never watched scary movies with me. Not
No.
your thing.
Nope,
It's never
not my
gonna
thing.
happen.
Nope. Though I did recently play a scary game that I thought was freaking incredible. I'll probably talk about it at the end of the episode. So,
Oh, you can talk about it now.
oh no, because it ties into the main topic.
We're not even
I don't
doing the
even
main.
think
We're not going to
the
get
main
to it.
topic.
That's not gonna
We
be this
talked
episode.
so much
27
into
minutes
an
in.
episode.
Oh, I guess this is the episode.
So
This
I
is
guess
the
we're gonna have to
episode.
do
Spooky
two
Things
episode.
episode. All right.
Because I want
So,
to do that topic too.
Speaking of which, we'll be at Midsummer Scream July 28th and 29th at the Long Beach Convention Center. Go to midsummerscream.org and use code 91reasons for a discount. We have a discount
Woo-hoo,
code.
Discount. And then come by the table and see me. Cause
Everybody will be there
weekend.
except Luna, who's terrified.
Yeah, he's the
Hi,
only
Luna.
one in our family that doesn't do the
No.
spooky.
You want to talk about horror movies?
No.
What I got a movie like Arachnophobia where the spiders attack.
So my first love of course, was Jaws. I was 4.
You know what? I watched Jaws and it gave me nightmares.
Oh my
years ago.
god, I love that movie. It's so cute.
Did you have nightmares like the shark's gonna come up through the toilet?
Yeah, seriously. What would you have a nightmare about?
You see the kid's blood, like the way the water slowly fades into red. I don't
Yeah.
like that at all.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like that. And I know it's silly, like, no shark's gonna try and terrorize people on purpose. It's stupid.
Not on
It's a-
purpose.
it's-
They're not going to have a family that
No,
they
it's a stupid movie.
go after and
but it is
have
pretty
a
graphic.
revenge against,
and I don't
right.
think I like that.
That was 1987's Jaws: The Revenge.
Yeah, it's bad.
I'm not sure how a shark gets revenge and how he knows who is who, but apparently
No,
he did.
the only scary shark movie I ever saw was Shark Tale in 2003.
Yeah, well,
Ah.
I was scared of that because I had to pay
Yeah.
for it. Why would you make me take you to see
You know what's
that?
weird? I remember that day, like, very, very vividly. We went to a mall and we watched it in the theater, and I even remember afterwards, we went to a Taco Bell that was in the mall, where it had a ground beef taco with extra cheese.
They had a Taco Bell in there.
You're out of your mind.
Oh,
And I don't know why, but like...
Don't talk malls.
I know, like, that's another week. But I remember just eating that taco going, this is the life, man. Shark Tale and tacos. Oh yeah, I'm 3 years old, and life is great.
What scares you, Austin?
What scares me?
Snakes. I don't like snakes. But I love lizards. Because somehow if you put feet on them, they're suddenly cute. Isn't that weird?
That's bizarre.
Like, I will cuddle the cutest gecko lizard you put on me. I think they're
There's
so
no difference
cute.
between that and a snake.
They have feet.
That's it.
They need feet.
Maybe you're a foot person.
They just need feet. It's creepy without.
Austin?
I like snakes. I think they're adorable.
What scares
Lizards
you,
are cuter.
Austin?
Oh, we know bees always supposed to scare me.
Bees.
The great bee
Bees.
feeling.
But you've never been stung.
He mentioned them today in the car. He
I did.
still said, I hope I don't have a nightmare about bees. I said, are you seriously still dreaming
You've
about
never been
bees?
stung by a bee.
If I had to say it connects into bees,
18 years later?
and if you want to go deeper into my fears, I still have a very, very strong fear of the doctor's office.
Shots.
I had a nightmare.
I have a
about
fear of taking you to the doctor's office.
I had a nightmare about the doctor's office just a week ago that was really bad. But when I look at a bee, it looks like a syringe needle with wings that can fly. And get
Oh,
me.
so they kind of are connected.
You know, I've never
Kinda
been stung
connected.
by a bee.
I never have either.
Ever.
Me
Nope.
either.
Most people haven't.
My dad was deadly allergic to those stings, so I always wondered if that's like something you would have because your dad had it. Like, would I be allergic to
I don't know.
bee stings?
It's also the noise.
Hope I never have to
like,
find
The
out.
noise.
When you're near a spider's not going to make anything. It's just a spider. You just kill it, you know?
I don't
it
get
doesn't
this
heal you,
fear
you
of
don't heal
spider
it.
that you and Luna have.
I don't have... It's not that bad. There was a spider situation today. I'll go
And
into
you
that in
would
a minute.
think that I would fear spiders because I
But-
was bit by the
What's a
Missouri
spider
brown.
situation?
I think the noise makes bees 10 times worse. The buzz. Because that's like the bee's way of saying, I'm here, buddy. I'm right here. Let me tell you I'm here.
But he doesn't want to mess with you because if he stings you, he dies.
Yeah.
Don't forget about what you learned from Bee Movie.
Right.
Look, man.
They're not coming
They
back.
only sting you if they feel threatened. If they feel like you're going to kill it or hurt it.
It's
They
like
don't just land on you and sting.
it's like a crime syndicate.
Now
You're-
wasps,
they'll just take
wasps
one
will
for the
tear
team.
you up.
Yeah, and that's just as
Hornets
bad.
will tear you up.
Go Hornets!
So I was plugging in my computer today in journalism in the outlet, and I plug it in, and there's like a big spider in the corner.
Don't you want to hear about the Missouri brown spider that bit your mom when she was like 10?
He's
No.
telling a story.
Tell
Let him
my
finish
story,
his
right?
spider story.
And I don't know why or how I did it, but first off, I thought, well, I need to kill the spider, but I don't want anything to happen to my computer outlet. So I actually reached into the spider's web, grabbed the outlet, and pulled it out without any fear.
Wow, I'm
The spider
impressed.
could have crawled over me. So
Good.
I went to the teacher, and I said, there's a spider under my desk. Can I move today? And he says, well, let's just... I said, the spider's probably eating all of our cockroaches.
That's what I always say. Leave
shouldn't-
him alone.
We shouldn't kill with a broom. So he said, okay, we're going to relocate the spider. So he grabs a piece of paper, he gets the spider on it, he drops it, and the spider just runs across the class. And he's like, come on, come on. Finally, at last second, we grab the spider. It drops again. And, like, the door's right here. We're so close to getting the spider out in the wild. At this point, we pretty much have to set it free. We have to. This poor thing. It's been through so much now. And then...
Traumatized the spider.
My editor, Steven, he's just staring at it all, and he goes, Austin, Mr. C, really? And I'm like, I know what he's gonna do. I know what happens next. He walks over with his big old boots, and he just smushes the spider into a million pieces.
No, he didn't.
And everybody screams. And we were like, so close.
We
It's
were
like,
emotionally invested in that spider.
one day till retirement.
Yeah. I told you
Snaps
my,
into a million
my
pieces.
spider
I feel
story,
kind of bad
right?
for that spider.
When we were living in Long Beach, I walked into our bedroom, and it's one of those things where you just feel like I walked into. Wouldn't feel like a spider web, but there's something. I walked like there's a tickle on my face. So I looked over in the mirror, like thinking I was gonna see like a piece of thread I don't know. But I looked in the mirror, and there was a black spider completely covering half my face. I had walked into it and it was coming down from the ceiling. I looked over and I went, I look like Mike Tyson, that tattoo he has. And I went,
What did you do?
I smacked myself so hard I saw stars to get it. I was like, get it off my face.
Did you kill it?
Yeah, I killed it.
Good.
But it was a black one. It was a Black Widow type thing. You gotta
Ugh.
kill those things.
You gotta kill those things.
Because we at the time we had small children.
Yeah.
Great, everyone's going to write the show now and say we kill spiders.
Oh, no, it's okay. When we were
supporters
working
out
on
there.
Trapped, they had a problem with us using rats.
Well, that's because rats are adorable.
And they said, next time use spiders, because nobody cares about spiders.
There's no organization to protect
No
them.
one's protecting spiders.
Nope.
Well, I'm going to start one.
I know that all people...
Those rats had the life, man. They were fed
Yes,
well.
they were.
They bred
I checked
well.
on them regularly.
And
the guy that took care of the rats, every time he saw
Jim.
me, he's all, they're doing fine. I'm like, I just want to visit
At the
them.
end, almost every member of the cast took a rat home.
Well, I was supposed to be in that room. Remember?
Yeah.
You were going to put me
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Trapped. It was the only
Now,
time I was
that
going to
got
do
cut.
it.
I don't know.
As the rat girl.
I don't know how
But I
many
got cut.
enthusiasts there are out there for Daddy Longlegs and Black Widows and the bowling ones, but I know there are a lot of people that legitimately are interested, have pets, and do train like dogs, tarantulas.
Have you seen that video
People
where the
can train those.
They
spider?
very like spiders.
Have you seen that video where the spider's on the keyboard?
Is it playing music?
No, it's on a keyboard for a computer, and the guy's going, I got this pet spider watching, give me 5, and he puts his
Give Luna
finger out,
nightmares.
and the spider, like, taps. But it's one of... Have you seen that cartoon or the spider where they make it extra cute?
I have no clue what you've been going on about.
It's been going around Facebook. It's a movie about a cute little spider thing.
Mary hasn't shared it. I haven't
So
seen
this one is... It kind of looks like that. So I can't tell if it's real or not.
Well, all I know...
What it is it's like a tarantula, but all its legs are like folded up so it's big and furry, and it kind of looks cute. And it's not like skittish, it's just sitting on the keyboard.
I like those furry ones that have really big eyes. It looks so
Yeah,
cute.
and people put those things like on their heads.
I know.
You can train those.
Yeah.
Those things can protect you, man.
We had a tarantula get loose at Knott's one time.
I held a tarantula at Knott's once.
We put it
That's the
all
only time I've ever
at
held one
APB
Knott's.
out,
And a scorpion.
and the park services guy found it just walking down the midway.
What was that
Now-
crazy lady?
Sue.
I would not
she always let me do that.
I would not advise going out and buying a tarantula, but if you're looking for a pet that will probably save your life and be a warrior, not a bad one to pick. Not a bad one to pick.
A tarantula.
Yeah, I mean, criminals break in, you let that thing loose, it will probably fight for your life.
Like Home Alone?
Yeah, like Home Alone.
Like Home Alone?
Like Home Alone.
Anything else about Frankenstein you want to talk about?
I should actually mention, in the video game Animal Crossing, the peaceful, fun video game Animal Crossing, there was only one way to die in the game. Do you know how to die in Animal Crossing?
Continue playing.
This is an amazing video game myth that was actually real and scared the living daylights out of me when I was like 6 years old. If you're playing Animal Crossing at around midnight, there's a very rare chance that a spider will spawn in town. Whereas most bugs or little tiny sprites, the spider is a 3D model giant tarantula.
Have you seen this?
Yes, if you catch it, it's the rarest bug in the game. But if you scale it, if your character's holding an axe or a weapon, it will run after your character and jump on your character's face. When it does, the character will go down, it will play sad piano music, and your game will reset.
Wow.
This is in the game. And the first time it happened to me, we were watching Big Brother in about 2006. I was on the old silver fat DS, and it gave me nightmares for weeks. I couldn't believe it was real. Now it's well documented. You go out on the internet, everybody's talking about it. There's a Scorpion 2.
But
people
you
have
did it
discovered.
before anyone knew.
But back in the day when I found that out, wow.
But there's no footage of Bigfoot in Grand Theft Auto. Remember that
No,
one?
that one's fake.
Or the plane wreck.
But the car that drives itself is real. And so is the chainsaw guy in the wheelchair. So,
Well, naturally.
yeah.
I still want to talk about the guy that wants his liver back.
Oh. You want to talk about Spydos? That's at least kind of cool.
You have to hear it in the dark with all the lights out. I'm on the first step. I want my liver back. The whole, you keep climbing steps as you say it.
But what if you're not in a place with steps?
Well, we lived in like Missouri where there was steps plus there was basement steps. There were
Yeah,
steps
I mean, there's
everywhere.
no steps here. I'm on your
In
porch.
California, you're all in these
Turn
level
the light
houses.
on. I want my liver back.
We didn't have to alter the story there. There was plenty of steps.
Well, you know about the urban legend where the guy is out with a girl and she drugs him, and then he wakes up in a bathtub full of ice, and it says a note that says, "We've taken your liver or your kidneys, and you've got an hour to call the hospital before you die."
Why would you have an hour? That story makes no sense.
Well, because you have to get to the hospital.
Wouldn't you be dead already?
You're in ice.
Oh.
Your mother has no concept.
know. I don't
She
know
would talk
the
about
story.
Larry Liver Guy.
He didn't have a name.
I'm calling him Larry.
Or did he have a name?
Or did he?
Did he? Larry Liver.
I'm going to dream about him tonight.
Oh my god.
Wow.
He's gonna try and demand some meow.
Those are not my nightmares. When I have nightmares about serial killers and things like that, that doesn't, like, that's not a bad thing. When I have
Not a
nightmares
bad
about like
thing.
your dad cheating or leaving me, that's a nightmare. I wake up crying.
What if I cheat on you with
freaked
Larry
out.
the liver guy?
His name's not Larry.
Louis.
I heard his liver's pretty hot.
Oh, brother.
All right, anything else before we wrap this up? Thank Austin for reading his Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Yes.
Frankenstein. Since it's Halloween,
Thanks for ruining Frankenstein.
It's not
for me, 'cause
Halloween.
I thought his name was Frankenstein.
it's the monster.
But whatever.
It's just called the monster or the creature. Frankenstein's the doctor.
Well, he's Frankenstein. to me.
Frankenstein's monster and
On
the
kid
bride
shows, they
of
call him Frankenstein.
That's
On
because
stuff, they have Frankenstein under his name. I have stuff. Like, that's what they call him, you guys.
it's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's-
after 200 years,
It has
people have
changed.
lost track of the novel and it's changed. But if you go out and buy an original copy of Frankenstein at your Barnes & Noble
I
or the
see.
Target dollar section where it's sold now, and actually read it, you will find out that Frankenstein is the doctor.
I see.
Or is it Frankenstein, Dad, or is it Frankenstein?
It's Frankenstein.
I like Frankenstein. Because his name's
That-
Frankie.
That's from Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, it was a young Frankenstein joke.
Oh, I don't do that movie.
Why?
It's Frankenstein. You should like
Gene
it.
Wilder.
Don't do that movie.
You know, I think Mom.
It's the funniest movie ever made.
I think if Mom sat down and watched it, I think she would like it.
I doubt it. Usually if your dad likes something, I don't.
But it's
That's the way it
Halloween.
works.
It's very Halloween. We'll watch it in October.
I do like Halloween.
You know what movie we watched during Halloween last year and I thought was great?
Showgirls.
What? No, it was the first time I actually sat through all of Gremlins and watched it. I thought it was
Yeah,
pretty
Gremlins is a good movie.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
It
Why
is.
do you watch that during
well,
Halloween?
No, it's like Nightmare Before Christmas. You can
Nightmare
watch
for
it.
Christmas is
Gremlins
a,
was
is a
released
Halloween
in the
movie.
summer.
Whoa,
It's a summer
now.
movie.
It's a Christmas
It
movie.
just
for
happens to
Gremlins.
take place.
Nightmare for Christmas is a Halloween movie.
I'm going to say something insane. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Die Hard is a
Are you
Christmas
ready?
movie.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
sorry, it's a summer
It is.
movie.
No, it's Christmas.
No, that's
It was
a Christmas
released
movie.
in the summer.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's not a Christmas
It
movie.
is a Christmas movie.
No.
Oh my god.
It's one of those movies you watch during Christmas
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And Nightmare Before Christmas?
You
It's-
watch during Halloween time.
No, you're wrong. You watch all the other stuff. Nightmare Before Christmas is
We watch it. Have you ever noticed?
Yeah,
During
we always
Halloween
do,
time?
but I'm
because
a-
it's a Halloween movie.
I'm gonna argue against that. I think it's a November movie. It's what you watch after Halloween ends and you want more of it, while also trying to be excited for Christmas. It's an in-between.
Well, I guess it's one of those you
transitional
can
movie.
watch all the way up till Christmas, but I would start at Halloween time.
After Christmas, you're mute. But from October 1st to December 25th,
I don't know if I
you
can
can
watch
it.
that movie again.
What?
How many times have we seen
Nightmare Before
Dude,
Christmas?
I can watch it 100
I'm watching
times.
I
right
think I've
now,
watched
if
It's
you
a
put it on.
masterpiece.
100 or more times? We've seen it in the
songs
theater
of
multiple
love.
times.
That is
Oh my
one movie
gosh, I
I
love
will
it so
defend. It is
much.
not
No,
overrated.
it's a great movie. I'm not
Yeah.
saying. I'm just saying.
You
at
watch
some
a lot of
point,
movies
like
over and over that are
Grease,
not
I think
worth
I've
it.
seen it.
Well, Nightmare for Christmas, you can watch.
And you don't
Let's watch it.
No, you don't watch it any other time of year. So by the time you get to Halloween, you're like,
You're like,
oh yeah,
craving
time for
it.
Nightmare. Why
Yes.
not? You know, it's like Christmas Story. I only watch it
Yes.
on Christmas Eve. By
Or
the
The
time
Grinch.
Christmas Eve
Like I
comes
bought
on,
Poltergeist, and you guys never sat down to watch it.
I don't wanna
love
watch
movie.
that.
You're gonna love that
that's
movie.
freaky. I don't want to watch that.
It's got a
It's
Mego
not
Hulk
freaky.
in it.
It's got a cool, scary clown and a
okay.
killer tree.
How do we go from stop motion skeleton Danny Elfman to killer clown? How am I gonna like that?
It's good.
The thing about Nightmare is that if it wasn't a musical, I probably wouldn't like it. It is the music and it is
Okay, there's
Elfman
no
singing.
chance of
that
Luna ever liking this kind of stuff. Therefore,
No.
it falls on you.
It falls on me. How about Josie?
Josie's the vote's still out.
Wow.
She has moments.
Well,
She likes to scare people and scare stuff and be the scary one, but she doesn't like to be scared.
I should probably mention
I need someone that will be scared with me.
that I was given a $20 gift card by Aldo, and on a whim, I bought.
Okay,
Oh.
I've
Oh,
been
no.
listening
Oh, no.
ever since
My
the
story's getting
liver
cut off.
guy.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask, Mom, you're insane.
Did you do the liver guy? I never did it with you. You
No,
get scared. Oh, okay.
we did Bloody Mary. That was always something people did.
Yes, me too.
Especially in the school bathrooms, everybody did that.
Oh, okay.
But
What's your point?
bees noises are not weird. It's just bzzz.
It's like,
Dumb.
Okay, well, you have a fear
Dumb
then. What's your
reason.
fear? Everyone has a fear.
What's my fear?
Joey, Josie's afraid of
school.
People, interaction.
Oh,
Oh,
come
large
on.
crowd.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Guys, no, you guys don't. You guys.
The generic internet disease. I can't interact with
No,
anybody.
even worse than that. The what's it called? What do you call that, Taze? The preteen.
The Tumblr. I have Tumblritis.
Preteen disease.
I might hear an opinion that's different than mine. Wah.
Like that.
Wah.
Okay, but you are a preteen, and there's no doubt. Everything about you is preteen. You understand that, right? You were in that phase. I was in it
He is
too.
labeling you.
Labeling.
I am, but I was in that
Be
same
afraid of
phase.
labels.
And look at me now. To be
Look at him
fair,
now.
If
Oh, you
I
could be like this very soon.
if
so
I
true.
came face to face with like my 13-year-old self, I'd probably sock him in the face.
You know what Josie's into? Memes.
I love memes.
All day, every day, memes.
I'm not big on memes. Sometimes I think it's just like ironically
We
liking
want to know
stuff that
what
isn't
scares
that cool.
her. That's what
Me
running out of memes.
I'm not like afraid of like. Ooh.
Are you afraid of dogs like Austin?
No, dogs.
You didn't mention dogs.
I'm way past that now. I'm
Yeah,
getting
he's
much
gotten
better.
a lot better.
A
We
lot
had
better,
people
yeah.
with dogs around us.
You
that's
know,
how-
like if I go to like I'm not gonna be scared what the monsters look like. I'm
She's
scared
one
of
of them. That's what you're
jump
forgetting.
scares.
I think Josie's seen so much so young in her life. That type of thing doesn't scare her.
She doesn't look at the makeup and get scared.
No.
None of that stuff freaks her out.
It's just like the
when you're
bam.
not expecting
Yeah.
the jumps.
That
See,
freaks
those don't
anyone
even
out.
get me anymore.
Your mother's afraid of
I don't
Splash
really
Mountain.
have like fears like that.
I
Remember
am
Splash
scared
Mountain?
of Splash Mountain
What-
because
what
it
am I
almost
afraid-
killed me. So anybody who
Remember
be
when you
scared
made her
of
go on
something
Splash
they almost
Mountain?
died from.
And she
See-
passed out?
Seriously,
For some reason-
like get a medic.
Everybody thinks I have a fear of theme park rides because I don't go on them. It's not that I don't have a fear. It's that I do not care about riding them. I think it's a waste of time.
Oh my god.
I guess you could say birds.
Yes, this is true.
That's
if a
very-
bird lands
If
next to
only
you, you freak
there was
out.
a horror movie about this.
Oh yeah, everyone keeps telling me I need to watch that.
No.
Josie. Has she watched Birds
Okay, there's
yet?
something about birds. Like you're walking down the street, it's a normal day, you know.
How about
you look
Birdemic?
good,
You wanna watch
And then
Birdemic?
a pigeon just flies past you and lands at your feet with those little beady eyes that go
Hey,
looking for like food, and I'm just like, nah, mate, and then you run away.
Are you
Albert.
afraid of chicken strips?
I like to eat
Hey.
birds because I'm happy they're dying.
My friend Albert, I know you're listening, man. We gotta do a Birdemic viewing party with Josie. That would be something.
Birds.
Only he's gonna get that.
Yeah, I don't know what
Do
you're talking
the
about, but I
do
like
the,
that movie, so I
the
watched
meme
it.
that you've been chanting
not
for the
like
last 2
Birdemic.
weeks.
It's a terrible,
That's a
terrible
lot of
movie.
memes.
But she's gonna do her number 15
Oh
meme.
no.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want on your Burger King burger is somebody else's foot fungus. But apparently that's what you get.
And that's from a picture of a guy standing in Burger King lettuce, right?
Yes, and some guy with a really obnoxious voice started doing like a thing about it.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Now we're all terrified.
Truly scary.
I'm
I guess there is something I'm scared
I'm
of.
actually afraid of something.
Josie,
Hey,
me.
I'm
Josie?
afraid of the future.
Two things. Number one, what are you wearing?
It's covered in
That-
birds.
it's covered in boards.
That is an American Girl pajama outfit, and it's to match your doll. It's from
The doll that I don't have.
the rainforest.
You know
doll.
what
What's her
I
name
think
again?
when I look
Leah
at it?
Clark, we never got.
I'm gonna get you all copyright claimed. Are you ready? In the tiki 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 woo, in the tiki tiki.
It has to
tiki,
recognize the melody, and you're so
Aw.
far off.
You sing it then.
Oh.
Go ahead. Do the tiki woo at Disneyland.
Actor Liba.
Okay,
Yeah,
stop. I've
my
enough of that in
siestas
my
are getting
lifetime.
shorter and shorter.
You open that door,
Oh, that
buddy.
was bad. What's the one you like, Mom? Let's all sing where the
The bird,
birds
yes.
sing.
Let's
Oh.
all sing like the birdie sing.
Tweet, tweet.
Let's all sing like the birdie
all
sing.
sing like
Sweet,
the
sweet, sweet,
bird.
sweet, sweet.
Is
I
it
guess
bad?
like birds
that
are
that's
what I'm
like a
afraid of. I
highlight
don't know
of
what I'm
Disneyland
afraid of
for
other
me.
than birds.
I like the tiki woo.
Yeah, that's fine.
Welcome to our tropical hideaway.
let's not talk about
you
you guys are gonna
lucky
make me
people,
sad.
you.
We haven't been forever. We're never gonna be able to afford passes again.
I want to go back to Disneyland
I don't wanna
because they
talk
have the new
about it.
Pride ears.
Josie wants a Pride ears. I want Rice Krispie treats. We are missing.
We need.
Missing.
All right.
Need. These are
Need.
needs.
Well, we're gonna end the show now
Wait,
and head to
before we end
Disneyland.
on the
Oh,
Hall
don't do
theme.
that. I will.
I never got to finish
Oh, please finish.
my thoughts. So my man Aldo got me a $20 gift card, which I used to buy a game I would not normally buy. As some of you know, I do not like spoilers. I do not like watching previews. I like going into things blind.
Rosebud is a sled.
I don't know what
He
that
doesn't
is.
even watch like trailers for stuff.
No, I like going into it
The
blind.
narrator is
That's the
Tyler
worst thing
Durden.
ever.
Let him finish.
I bought a video game off of art style and looks, and if I had read about this game, I never would have played it, because it is the first horror game I've ever played. It is a psychological thriller, and I'm so happy I didn't look into it, because I loved it. This is probably the first scary piece of media that I have truly fallen in love with. So I'm kind of on like a Halloween kick right now, which
You
is
know,
why I
like
want to do
Josie's
this.
bird movie we're trying to get her watched. There's a bee movie. I watched it when I was a kid, and I remember
it's called Swarm.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what
I'm
I
not gonna
took from
watch
it
that.
was I never wore the color yellow for a really long time because in the
There's a
movie
better one, Attack-
they made it clear that they were attracted to yellow.
Yeah.
Like there was a Volkswagen car that was yellow, and I remember this in the movie. And they kill the dude. They swarm it. It's a Volkswagen yellow bug.
Remember in The Jerk when he thinks that guy's only shooting cans?
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
No.
But I would never watch that, no.
Also, Attack of the Bee Girls. That's a good one.
More my childhood
Oh my
movies.
God.
The Blob.
Oh my
The
god.
Fog. Oh, these
The
are
Blank.
these are great movies.
The movie.
The
The
boring.
Fog rolls in.
The
Oh my
Fog.
god, it's
Oh my
so
God.
I have all the
good.
Nightmare on Elm Street
That movie's
movies.
so good.
We can watch those. Freddy
Well-
Krueger.
What does he even do? What's his thing?
Freddy scared me when I was young.
He can only get
It was
you
a
while
long
you're
time
sleeping and
before
in
I
the
could deal with
dreams.
Freddy.
So you can't fight him because you're in your dream.
But I think it's because when I was young, I didn't realize who Freddy was. Because V was first, right? Willie was first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love Willie. So now I'm like, I love Freddy. I love Freddy.
1, 2,
Well, for those
Freddy's
out there,
coming
oh my god,
for you.
that have
Gonna
a
sneak these in your dreams.
PlayStation 4.
Something I want to hear at like
It
8
can
o'clock
kill
at
you when
night.
you're sleeping, but if you wake up, you can stop it from
grab
happening.
your crucifix.
That's what the Freddy movies are about.
7, 8, gonna stay up late.
That's what it is.
That's scary.
9, 10.
It's very
That's
scary.
dream
terrifying.
again.
Well, I'm going to recommend that everybody out there who has a gaming console and likes things that are Halloween related and slightly spooky, Night in the Woods. This game will make you laugh, cry, and feel so much emotion. I've been playing it for 2 weeks and I'm still thinking about it. And are you ready for the selling point? The whole game looks like 1970s Halloween decorations. You know that
Ooh.
cat look?
I like that.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to be drawing a lot of artwork in that style now because I've sort of been inspired.
Ooh, I like that. Draw me
So
artwork
I'm sort
in
of,
that style.
I'm sort of thinking
I
of a
played
line.
this horror game, man. It was about this guy who has an eating disorder that he can't stop eating, and he's being chased by four ghosts.
Oh my
Terrifying.
Oh my goodness.
No, this
It was
game,
called Pac-Man.
surprisingly for an independent game, this game is not fake 8-bit. This game is beautiful HD, crisp graphics. The whole game takes
All right,
place
well,
going
after the
forward.
show, you can show your mom on the TV.
I could, yes.
All right, well, let's wrap this up.
And I'll show you my serial killer book that I just got at Savers, and we'll share stories.
And you know the best part about the game? The
I can
main
show you my Dan and Phil book.
the best
We can have
part
a-
What's the best part?
the main character's
He's not gonna
mother
stop.
is obsessed with serial killer biography.
There you go.
books.
Is that real?
At the
Yes,
swap meet,
there's that-
Josie?
That's really in the game. It's
I
a big
almost
part.
bought you a
What did you think
bird.
of me?
And
Why would you do that?
the daughter
So
and
you
the
can
mom,
overcome your fear.
Sarah Detective
No,
Stories.
I would
It's
not
great.
want a bird anywhere near
Wouldn't she
me.
like a little finch? Little
No.
birds, they go, meep,
No.
meep, and they meep.
No. No.
You can put it on your finger.
So,
They can
Midsummer
peck you.
Scream, you people, there is going to be Austin Tucker prints available. That is the goal.
Oh.
A few
come to
pieces
our
of
table.
Prince by
Halloween
Austin.
artwork.
While they
Austin
last.
Love.
First come.
I don't know how
first
many
get.
pieces they're going to be. It might just be a drawing of a haunted house, something really simple. Some product to get out there.
Get his art before he's famous.
Well,
I know.
his art will be available
Young
at
artist.
Midsummer Scream this July in
Yay.
Long
All
Beach.
you Halloween folks,
Go to
keep your eyes and ears open.
midsummerscream.org. Use code 91 Reasons for a discount.
Ooh, discount.
Okay, bye.
That's it?
That's it. That's how.
Oh
you do
yeah.
it?
Oh, so I gotta do the Jeff Tucker closing. I will see you all in the fog. Bye.
When have I ever done that?
That's your stick, man. That's your thing.
But I do it like all dramatically and then do
Yeah.
spirit fingers.
Yeah.
Give me something
That's you, man.
good to eat.
I might have said, thanks for coming out. I'll see you in the fog.
That's
Why isn't that a t-shirt?
I don't know, because you haven't made it one.
I should make some see you in the fog
Can you
t-shirts.
put your face on it?
Call up custom.
We want to
man.
sell them. No.
Who would want that? No offense.
A lot of people would buy that.
See you in the fog.
That's
I once found
meme.
a T-shirt at the thrift store that said "Got Fog," and I'm like, my mother's having this.
There's a lot of vaping shirts at the. Is that a vaping shirt? Got fog?
You know what sorts scare me at the thrift stores and really give me chills? Straight out of 5th grade.
Yeah.
There's
Straight
a lot
out of
straight
everything.
out of 5th grade, and I'm like, oh my god,
Well,
my god.
from the bird-infested house of Josie Tucker, the spider-infested crawl space of Luna, and the
Bee
swarming nest
Oh my God.
that is Austin's
Austin.
brain, and Rachel, who's looking for her liver. She's on the first step. She's on the second step.
Carrie, I
How
hope
did
you're
that
listening
game
to this. You
go?
can do it. That's what I'm saying. Carrie and Jennifer were the main storytellers. They need to relive this.
There was a moment, if you remember this, where in Riverside the power went out, and I scared you guys so bad you started crying.
Yes,
do.
and believe it or not, you scared us so bad with that flashlight,
Yes.
right, shining over your face.
Yes.
That Mom
I don't remember.
No, this
She
is great.
yelled at me so bad.
Not only that,
Well,
but
you probably scared my baby.
you made
They were
sure
probably little in
that
Riverside.
Dad and all of us drove all the way out to Corona to the 24-hour Walmart to stop till like 2:30
cheer you up
a.m.
so you
Yeah.
have nightmares.
So we would
that sounds like
crash.
something
Yeah.
I would do.
So what I did was I had a flashlight.
That's
Now,
probably my excuse
the,
to go
The
shopping.
power went
Hey.
out, so there was no lights, and it was
This was a big
summer.
outage. This was a big deal.
Summer, so it was really hot. And I said I was going to tell you guys the story of the crawling hand. So I went on this long story, right? And at the end of the story, I shined the light at the ceiling, and I put my hand over the light, so it looked like this big hand was coming.
I do
and you
not
guys
remember that.
screamed.
I actually have amazing memories of that night. Do you remember how the rest of it went?
No.
We went to Walmart in Corona, and we found the newest... This is how you cheer a frightened kid up, how your dad saves
You
the day.
found Shark Tale toys.
It was 2 a.m., and we found Hasbro unmarked boxes. So we opened them up, just with like, I don't know, you had some X-Acto blade with you, and it was an unopened case of unreleased Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
And we bought them all. And you flipped them on eBay for like triple, because they were unreleased, and I got to keep one of them.
Unreleased. Which ones
Like
were they?
you.
It was the ones that came with the little droid parts.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Yeah, that's right. They were marked wrong or something. I got them for nothing.
I don't remember this night.
Did I exist?
I remember we listened to David
You
Bowie
had a great
for
night,
last.
Rachel. You shopped.
Did I?
You found some leggings, and then we made sweet love until morning.
All I know
Yeah.
is you
See,
made us walk
there's a
around
horror story right
a
there.
lot.
You hear that? That's the first genuine laugh all night.
Yes. Go ahead, Austin.
Your goal was to walk around the store so late and so much that we would just collapse of exhaustion, so we wouldn't have to think about
Well,
the
it
story.
sounded like it
The
worked.
hand,
That was a pretty
that was coming to
pretty
get
smart
you.
mother right there.
was
is what
very
that
smart
is.
of you.
What? Just a couple of years later, Josie's running around going, "I want to play with you." Like,
Yeah.
who's scary now, bitch?
I don't get to do
Yeah,
that
for those
language
curious-
on
Oh,
your
sorry.
own show.
Oh, we could say bitch.
This
Not the F
Yeah.
word. Yeah, a bitch is a female
That's
dog.
the B word.
Bitch, 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 bitch. He's like to say it.
my muzzle. Oh my god.
Wait. On broadcast television, you can say bitch.
Bitch.
You can say
I'm all
ass.
excited.
These are all fine.
Are you ready, Josie? You cannot say poop on television.
Can't say poop.
You can't say poop. You can say that, but you can't say
What
poop.
if you're referring to your ass?
You can say that. You can't say
Connected.
poop. As a matter, you can call
Bitch,
it.
please.
You
All
can
right,
call
we're
it.
trying to wrap this up.
someone's gonna
Let's
call
try
us.
it again.
This episode is gonna get cut and edited and offensive, and
This
you
episode's
just
awesome.
wait.
I love it.
You just wait. Somebody
Just
out
wait.
there was called a bitch today, and we just triggered them. You watch.
Hey,
That's
you know
not my
what?
problem.
Then don't call us your poop, okay?
You watch. I'm calling it right now.
Did you get scared of the movie Birdman?
What is that?
What is bird? Oh no, that was dumb. That wasn't scary.
No. It's like, I'm asking Josie about
I don't know
Birdman.
what that is.
Mom doesn't even know what that movie is.
No, she went to bed.
No, that was that Batman guy. I remember that movie.
Oh, okay.
I remember that
I
movie.
liked that movie a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't scary. That would have been cool.
No,
It
it's
wasn't
as a
scary.
joke. Do you
Oh.
not get humor? She's
No.
afraid of birds.
I don't get humor.
It's called
We've
Birdman.
discussed this for 23
Oh
years.
my god.
I don't do humor.
All right.
Don't
Thanks for
get
tuning into
comedians.
this
Just 'cause I
non-comedic
married
episode.
one.
Oh my god. I am Jeff. I am the voice.
Oh, the
See you in the fog. Do it, Austin.
Hey, y'all. See you in the fall.
Yeah.
Y'all. I've never heard Dad say y'all.
Hey, hey, hey.
That's me, man.
Yeah, that's yours.
Hi.
Still on your voicemail when you call. it's
Hi, hi,
still-
hi.
You trick me every time. I think it's you
Did
answering
you
the
know
phone.
I recorded that like
A
5
long
years
time
ago?
I'm like, he has never changed that.
That's weird.
Mine is
Oh,
awkwardly saying, hi, and then
And
hanging up.
I
So
hate
yours is
that.
annoying
Because I think it's
too.
then
you.
people think it's me.
I
It'll
hate
be,
those
it'll be
ones.
hi, and I'll be like, Josie, you need to get here right now. And
Has
it'll be
anyone
like,
called me lately? What do I have?
I don't know.
You have like, sorry, I can't come to the phone right now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah, it's like your
Something
fake
like
phone
that.
Oh, it's
voice.
my ordering voice?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to sound businesslike.
Yeah.
What if it was a
Hi,
business?
you've reached the phone of Rachel Tucker. Please leave a message.
Your
after
mother
the
can
beep.
be in the car and go, what do you want to eat, Austin? What do you want? Hamburger? Chicken strips? What do you want? Chicken?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Hi!
Hi, I'd like a plain hamburger.
Oh, God.
Small cup.
I wish she'd talk to me like that just once and
I will
mean
never
it.
I
forget.
feel if I'm nice to the drive-through people,
Oh.
they're gonna get my order right, and they're not gonna
No.
spit in my
Mom
food.
bought me a Build-A-Bear for Easter, and I got so excited because she said it
And it's
has
got
voice.
that voice on
It's
it.
my fake
And she
voice.
went, I love you to the moon and back. And I was like, I I don't want this, and I made her take it out.
We don't want
It's
fake
still
mud
in
on.
there. It's in the toothless.
Yeah, but it's not in my bunny anymore
Oh.
because I don't want that.
So, next time on 91 Reasons.
Fine. I'm glad you all like the more haggard, mean-sounding,
What's
grouchy
next time?
voice versus the fake,
Well,
perfect
why don't you tell us,
Barbie
Mr.
voice.
Host, next topic.
Next time on 91 Reasons, we will delve into all things mall related.
Oh, yeah.
We will journey through the food court, past the guy playing the organ, into Spencer Gifts and Hot Topic, and maybe even take a spin in the Apple Store.
Nah, you guys
Have
never
people
go in
ever
there.
gone inside the Apple
My
store?
mall talk is gonna be a little more vintage, and none of that stuff is around. There's no
Yeah.
Apple store.
I
in
like
my
the
mall.
Apple Store.
Maybe in your mall.
I like it.
All right.
Mom would not
Funny thing is, our
say-
mall is the same. It's just different.
Say
decades
goodbye,
that we're
everybody.
there.
Say
Yeah.
please.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of 91 Reasons.
Thanks for listening. By Grandthar's Hammer. We'll be back with another episode. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. So say we all. Hey, hey, hey.